Dr. Adana, and today we are actually here to learn a little bit about pregnancy, but more specifically, my pregnancy so far. So I am going to be 24 weeks this week, and I'm really excited, and I've had a wonderful pregnancy so far. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit particularly about nutrition today, but I am going to be making you a couple other videos. We are going to learn about pregnancy and sleep. Everything from insomnia to what sleep postures are going to be really good, to how to use multiple pillows and wedges and body pillows and things like that. You will get a sneak peek into my workouts. I've been CrossFitting for about a year now, and I've continued CrossFit since the beginning of my pregnancy and plan on continuing it until I, basically deliver our child. And then we will also talk a little bit about some stretches and some things to do in those exercise videos as well. But today, more importantly, we're going to learn about nutrition. So nutrition, as we already know for life, is first of all really, really important. But during pregnancy, even more so is so important. Personally, pre-pregnancy, I have been, or I was, and I am, 100% gluten-free. I stopped eating gluten about 3 or so years ago. I did it for digestive reasons. I did it for mental clarity, fogginess, the whole shebang. If you've never done it, really, it's fantastic. And both Dr. Chris and I are about 85% paleo. The other 15% per se would be anything gluten-free I have that's not paleo, and any dairy. I don't do a ton of dairy, but I do sometimes have some raw dairy or just regular, good organic hormone-free dairy. My paleo soul was completely crushed that first trimester. I wanted nothing to do with protein, guys, and that was really tough because protein's a massive part of my diet. Everything from, I have 3 eggs in the morning, typically with either some veggies or some kind of other protein. I would have some kind of protein at lunch, whether it was grass-fed beef, pasture-raised chicken, wild-caught salmon, anything like that. Really good organic ground turkey. I would have whatever it may be, with a salad with some kind of veggies, and I'd pretty much do the same thing for dinner. My carb sources were primarily like a lot of sweet potatoes. We love to make cassava flour tortillas and things like that. But yeah, scratch all of that. First trimester, I was a carb machine. So my paleo little body was freaking out. So I was like, oh my God, I've spent years doing this whole paleo thing and I feel so good. And now the sight of meat just makes me want to, I just feel gross. So I did do a lot of gluten-free grains. I would eat good quality rice. I would try to get as much veggie. I would still keep up some eggs some mornings. Some mornings I would just eat an acai bowl with some gluten-free granola and some fruit and things like that. And it was a little tough on me mentally, but I just realized, you know what? I gotta listen to my body. I tried to do as much protein as I could. If I would do gluten-free toast, for example, I would put either almond butter or sun butter on there, so at least I was getting some kind of source. And there were days where I really wanted a burger, and I would eat a good grass-fed beef burger with some gluten-free buns and things like that. But basically, my advice to you is just listen to your body. Try to eat as healthy as possible, because look, there were nights that I would eat sweet potato fries for dinner, but I made sure that I knew if I was getting them from somewhere else, what kind of oil they used, if they were good organic sweet potatoes, or I would just make them myself at home. I was not going to drive-thrus. I was not having terrible quality food. Yeah, it wasn't my typical paleo lifestyle, but at the same time, I was making fantastic choices for what I was eating. Now that we're in the second trimester, my paleo soul is back again. It is not crushed. So I have been almost completely back to the exact same way I was eating pre-pregnancy, which has been lovely and fantastic, and I feel great. My energy is great. I'm sleeping well. I'm able to exercise and CrossFit well. I'm not gassed or anything like that. As I'm talking really fast now and can't breathe, good example, Adana. But it's been really, really good, and I've been able to really upkeep my protein, because protein is crucial during pregnancy. Why? The most important reason why we want to eat protein, and as pregnant moms, we want to eat anywhere from 75 to 100 grams, which, let me tell you, even being a paleo girl, that can get a little tough at times to really get that much in. We want to do that because protein is one of the main reasons why we avoid pre-eclampsia. What happens with pre-eclampsia? Pre-eclampsia usually kicks in kind of that later third trimester. Pre-eclampsia basically comes with high blood pressure and protein in the urine. We don't want any of that. If we do end up getting that, then you are not only putting yourself at risk, but of course we're putting baby at risk. We might end up having to deliver early. It's just not a good sign. You may have to be induced, whatever it might be. Protein is gonna be your best friend in avoiding pre-eclampsia. Adequate, proper protein throughout your pregnancy there's no reason why you should get pre-eclampsia. There's no reason you should have toxemia. It just shouldn't happen. So be very, very mindful. As soon as your body allows you to take more of that in, do it, do it, do it, do it. And at the same time, watch your portion sizes because yes, eat a good amount of food. And for example, if you're experiencing things like heartburn, eat smaller meals more often. I used to eat like 3 meals a day. Now I chunk it up. I'll have a little bit of a snack a couple hours after I eat breakfast because that'll just help avoid any type of acid reflux, any heartburn, anything like that. But just because you're pregnant also doesn't mean that you should be eating this much food. Yes, you should be eating some greater quantity, but you want to make sure that you're eating good quality food so that you have those good fats, you have those good proteins, you have your veggies, you have your vitamin C foods, your vitamin A foods, the whole shebang, so that you do feel full and that your body's satisfied and your baby is satisfied. So yes, there's gonna be times where we might eat a little bit more, but not too much more, okay? And then if you do occasionally splurge, it's all good. But make good choices about what you splurge about. Baby and I have been loving some ice cream. So typically I don't do any dairy ice cream. So there are 2 types of ice cream that I absolutely love. One is a place in Venice, not the most convenient of course. They have coconut milk ice cream. And the coconut milk ice cream is only sweetened with date or honey, raw honey. So as you see, even though I'm splurging on ice cream, it's basically like a whole food that I'm eating. Because if I have strawberry ice cream there, they used fresh organic strawberries and they blended it all in. The other thing is sometimes I like to have coconut bliss ice cream bars. One of our other moms told me about this and I'm very thankful because I really, really like them. So choose better things. If you do like dairy and your stomach doesn't get bothered by dairy, then pick a good organic dairy. Strauss is a really good dairy, for example, and I'm pretty sure they have ice cream, if I'm not mistaken. There's a place called Jenny's in Los Feliz, and they use great quality dairy, hormone-free, antibiotic-free. So just make wiser choices when you're coming to splurge. Below, in this email, of course, you are going to see a couple good nutrition sheets. So we are currently taking a childbirth education class with Kathy Killebrew. She is fantastic. If you are interested in taking a childbirth education class, I will attach her information below too. It's a wonderful, wonderful course that's gonna go over everything. But there are a couple key things that Kathy really emphasizes nutritionally, and I will put those in a little sheet and a little link down below for you. I hope this has been helpful for you for nutrition. I hope you realize how important it is to your health. And if you have any other questions, please let us know. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, so that you can keep up with all of our videos. And I hope you're having a fantastic day and a fantastic pregnancy if that's where you are too. Bye.